the first image of the narrative project that I'll be critiquing, I will be critiquing this image by Emily Marshall. First off, I just really liked the overall look and aesthetic of this image. I really liked how bright and vibrant the colors were, and that is one thing that really made the image stand out to me. You can tell just by looking at this image that the story that the artist has portrayed is the vice of smoking cigarettes. It seems as though the character has tried to resist the vice or the smoking, but it keeps coming back and it's holding onto her even tighter. I like the idea that the artist is trying to get across to the audience, where she uses another model's arms to wrap around the main character that is also holding a box of cigarettes to show the grip and the struggle of the addiction of smoking cigarettes. I also like how the background of the image doesn't have a lot going on, just because it doesn't take away from the main story of the image. Overall, I think this is a very well composed image. I really liked the expression on the girl's face, just because it's kind of like a blank stare off into the distance, which gives kind of the feeling that she feels empty or is unhappy or unsatisfied with giving into the vice of smoking. There's a lot of texture in this image created by the trees and the fence and the house in the background. There's also a lot of lines created by the house, especially the siding. There's also texture created with the wrinkles in her shirt and the texture of her hair. Another thing I really liked is the glare on her glasses. I actually think it added to the image instead of taking away from it, just because it just adds something interesting. The only thing I would maybe change about that would be to make it cover up less of her actual eye and just have it kind of at the top of the frame. Other than that, there's not much that I would change about this image. There's just a couple suggestions that could make it a little bit better. One thing that I noticed is that the girl's shirt does have a bleach spot on it right above the pocket, which isn't really a big deal. That's just a small detail that I really noticed. Another suggestion would be to take the black hairband off of the second model's wrist, just because it's a little distracting, and I think that it looks like it was less planned or composed than if it wasn't there. Also, the second model could change the position of her hands just to make sure that it looks like she is holding on tighter to the main character, just to really show the grip of the vice that they have on the that it has on the character. And then one other thing that could change and make the image even better is to maybe light the end of the cigarette a little bit, even if it's put out before the image is taken, just to make it look a little bit more realistic and like she's actually smoking. But overall, I think this was a very good image, and it was perfect for the narrative project.